but we can speak in code. And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
said,
So
um,
so and that's how I've always been. Like I've never, even
mhm,
growing up, I don't like to mingle with nondescripts.
I got what you're saying.
You know what I mean? My
It is.
daddy's, you know what I mean? My daddy was a very key component on me. He's like, yo, stay away
Hmm.
from that bull stuff.
Yeah.
If
You
it
have
doesn't seem
to.
read, it doesn't. And he always said, you got to be one way. It don't work out. So I'm very, I'm gonna judge you by the way time goes and see how
Right.
that day. But some people give you the, some people let you know they ain't nothing in the first round, and I'm like, okay,
I just was like, why is it that in a development in trying to build something, right? We were talking about, since I can't play no music,
yeah,
we can, in building that economy, it goes, you start off, there are options, right?
yep,
So you've got the option of growing food, selling it straight. So that's cash, right?
yep,
Then if you are a part of the SNAP program, boom, because it don't take much to apply to the
no,
SNAP program. Like you
no,
don't even gotta be the it. I don't even have to have a fruit grown yet. Just as long as I abide by those rules, then boom, that's also another income, right? Because they love farmers markets here, but they're not in rural areas frequent enough for people to benefit from. And the reason, that's why I say you go out, make your money, and then come back in. To your case in point, you were talking about, we was looking at that land in Georgia.
mm.
The kind of money that can be made on the other side can then afford you to that's it. That's it. Very simple. Because all they want is, and here's another thing too. You always want to check how long the listing has been there.
Yeah, if
Because if it's been there, like I like to find pieces of property that's been there, like
100 days, 50 days, yeah,
mm-hmm.
they're willing to,
Because you could knock it down,
yeah,
you could get it cheaper. And like I said here, um, it's not even an issue. Like there is so much land that you can buy. 83, I think it's like $83 billion worth of property in total that's still available to be sold.
that's crazy.
And like I said, the whole city, like that spot outside of Holbrook, you can have a whole town out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the goal is not so much as you're gonna get rich quick, but it's not gonna take a long time to start seeing a return on it.
Yeah, no,
Like it
definitely.
just it's just not. And they were talking about how it's going to, right now, I think it's like worth maybe $50 billion agriculture right now, because there's only five agricultural companies that are on the S&P, well, just on the New York Stock Exchange, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only five. So that means there's room. And they process animal food. And imagine that once I can tap into that group. If I'm providing your pets with fresh fruits and come on, come on, come on. The little chocolate earth dog, bark bark.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it is interesting to me because I've been a little bit of everywhere. Like I said, when I first started, I was trying to figure out where to go. First place I went where I was like on, talking to people on there was Conscious TV. Like he was one of the first. And I followed him because I used to follow Tasha K.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then there's like Tasha K, Storm Monroe, Conscious is now in there, Larry Elder. Like that's a whole group in itself,
Oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm surprised you even listen to Larry Elder, big conservative.
First off, I didn't say listen. I said I know who he is. Which you know what, and that's interesting, the lifestyle that he has.
Mm.
Like I'm not judging in that way. You be what you want, But I find it interesting as a Black man in this country and also being alternative in your lifestyle that you still have these thought processes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm always like wild about that. And then when I started moving away from conscious TV because he was more dealing with, he was trying to get his bag with the Storm Monroe, Tasha K
Mm-hmm.
situation because that's what I first heard of him. And then I just kind of like, weeded off. I was like, I wanted to hear something different. So one night I was up late and I came to Philly OG's channel and he's all about, promoting, other people, other Black people.
Yeah.
He has his views. Of course, I don't agree with everything, but he's really a cool dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he had let me come up on his panel and speak and talk about what I was trying to do. So he's always been a supporter of what I've been doing. He'll come to my channel, whether it's like 2, 3 folk, he'll come, hey, peace, like, you know what I mean? At least stop through and do that. And I ain't got invited to someone else's platform. And that was where I made my first mistake because me being who I am and what I'm trying to do, it was fun at first. It was cool. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, they made it seem like I was trying to do something sus because someone broke out and was like, let's get together with these ladies. I can get this money. We could do da da da. And I'm like, all right, cool. We had found 90 acres of land in Kingman, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kingman, Arizona has water issues. So when we talked about getting the land, because there was like 30 grand. So I ended up doing a Zoom meeting, a private meeting with the 5 women. And, we started, planning and talking about it. And so she was like the front runner of that group because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know them. I just knew her. And so she was like, yeah, we can all come up with this money and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, this is what will happen. This is where it'll go. This is da, 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 da. Ciao. That just turned into a hot mess. And then she tried to come for my neck and tried to make it seem like I was trying to do something behind her back when we had already talked and I had told her the land is no good because it has no water. It's a problem with the water. And so I found another 90 acres of property. But this was just in general. And I was asking the people on the panel, like, hey, what would that look like as far as building? Right. I mean, for real, same thing I'm saying. I wasn't saying anything different. Let me just say that. And again, that just turned into something weird to me. And I was just like, okay. Then it was, I'm up here trying to scam people. Now I ain't take $1 from anybody, by the way. Not $1. I got a few donations and that was it. It was like 2, right? Because they used to clown me about my mic. My microphone. I told you I'm cheap. It's a horrible.
No, just affordable.
No.
We'll just say affordable.
Okay, you can say affordable. Let me tell you how bad I am. I was cooking one time with one of those wooden spoons.
Yeah.
Right? The wooden spoon broke and I just kept stirring.
Oh, wow.
I was stirring with the other half. My ex walked up and he was like, what's wrong with you? We have more spoons. Why? I said, this spoon is fine. Mm-hmm. I was like,
oh, man.
He told me, He said you are one of the. He's like, I have never met a woman so cheap in my life. I'm like, I'm cheap on certain things.
Mm.
I'm extravagant on others,
Uh-huh.
but not. It's a wooden spoon. We paid $3. Why not? Just I'm gonna
Amazing.
stir till it don't work no more.
Mm.
But even my mother, she used to get on me all the time about it. She'd be like, "What? Who raised you?" I was like, "What?" That's why when they was asking me, they was like, about brand name shoes, and I was like, "Bruh, everything got a name on it." So I don't really. I bought shoes from Payless. I go to the thrift store. I go to Ross,
Me
and I
too.
would just. I mean, and even I even know this. Even with me having a larger bank account, I would probably be doing the same thing. Like I don't.
That's how you stay rich. Stay below your means.
Live like you broke.
And
Because
focus.
I want to I want to buy as much land as I can get my hands on, right?
Yeah.
Build that portfolio up, start networking. Cause see, this is the cool thing about it. It can be franchised out. The Chocolate Earth name, okay, we'll come and set you up. You run it. We make money. You make money.
One
Now in
hundred
the
percent.
right in those franchises, now this is it's not just instead of it just being a name thing, we actually set you up to
Mm-hmm.
make sure you succeed
Yeah.
because your success is going to assist in our success. So that this is how far that plan goes out for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once I have there's probably like I would say maybe 3 houses I want to build. That's it. Um, I want to build a cabin in Colorado because I've always wanted to have like the couples type. Everybody show up. It's snowing. People cute. We
That's
spending the
that.
holidays.
That's that TikTok. I see a bunch of it on TikTok.
But I ain't renting it. It's mine.
Okay.
I ain't renting the space, right? I've always wanted. And Colorado is beautiful. Like it's just the mountains. It's beautiful. And where that land is that's available, that's where the UT lived.
Mm-hmm.
They were old like I think they also kind of melted into the Navajo later on. But then one house and two homes in well four, two homes in Arizona, and then one near the ocean, and that's it. That's it. I'm good. I just want to be able to, and then that bunker, yo. I ain't playing about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
If
hidden
ish hit the
spot.
fan, yeah, if ish hit the fan, we gonna go there.
Listen, you look. Humans are human beings. They're gonna do something else to cause a problem, and that somebody. Because I'm gonna show you. Let me see. I'm gonna show you this. These are the 40 acres that I want. Let me
Mm-hmm.
see. I'm gonna take that off because I think I did. I give it to her. Hold on. Oh no. Let me see. Did I give it a new link? Yeah, I gave it a new link. I think. Yeah, I did. Um. So here I can just pull this. Um. I have always let me go to my spot. We were at land flip the last time. You had my eyes burning. That Georgia land. Whoo, child. That's crazy.
It was expensive,
Oh,
and
out
man,
the gate, right? That's expensive out the gate. You know. I mean, these are like 19, I ain't gonna say 19, but at least early 2000 prices.
yeah,
But see, obviously what is happening is like you said, if Macon is a poor place,
yep,
right?
which is very is.
But the land around it is worth something.
Mm-hmm.
That might be why they letting it be poor. They might want to try
And
to
And,
gentrify it.
no, definite, and it's happening right now. But it's just
Mm-hmm.
still the prices are still at that point.
Yeah.
Another thing too, a lot of people from Atlanta are moving to Macon now.
Well, yeah, because
It's
it's
not,
cheaper, and that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna
yeah,
raise the prices.
basically, and from there it's only an hour away.
Wow.
That's
Oh
why,
yeah, like, right. I used to
yeah.
drive to work. You know what I'm saying, like that. So yeah.
So, and that's why I was like, okay, I could be an hour away from the city, but still, if you know what I mean, you can get some
Hmm.
land that's close to, if that's going to be your biggest distribution hub where you're going to bring some of your products. I say, oh, I'm an hour away, I can definitely go, you know what I mean, get a truck and send it up there. And that's the way I was thinking, like, okay, I want to be at
Right.
least an hour out of the city or 30
Yeah.
minutes so I can, you know what I mean, if I got to get materials, supplies, and be there, you know what I mean.
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
and,
of course.
and
Because you
that's
want to be able to run back and forth without it being too much of a headache.
basically.
Now, I have to be 100. The land is it's a 4-hour trip from Flagstaff and about an hour and a half, I want to say,
From Holbrook,
from Flagstaff.
from Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Holbrook, the city, 30 minutes.
I looked at pictures. There's nothing there.
No, I told you that. Ain't nothing
I was
there.
like, oh my
Ain't
god.
nobody bothering you. You out there, right?
Yeah,
In the
but if shit hit the fan, you need people. That's the thing I be worrying about.
What you mean? What you mean? It is gonna be people.
Yeah,
I got a
but
whole crew. So let me tell you, I forgot. Of course, I got my sister
yeah.
and my brother. I have my niece as well because she said that she would come and, as long as I, of course, pay her, but she could come and work while we getting things together because she got my nephews, right?
Oh,
Then my girl Tasha, she was like, "I'm gonna come out here, just build me a house. I'm coming." So now we've got a crew of people.
oh
My
yeah,
boy David, yeah, my
yeah.
boy David and his family. David can grow anything. This man has been growing for years, and
Mhm.
I trust him. He good people. So his family, because I told him, I said, "I'll build you a spot. Bam, we split the money. Da 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 da." There's plenty to go around because I'm not looking at it from the point of view of I want to hoard this money because a
Mhm.
lot of it has to go out for
Mhm.
us to make the moves that need to be made.
Yeah.
But it's not as much as people think. So it's like it is not going to take longer than a year for that 6 figures to turn into 7 figures,
Mhm.
especially if it's done right. And then now you this is like a handful of people that splitting that with. So everybody is okay. And we benefiting the people we helping. So it's just like, it's not like it's like this like genius plan. It is just a direct path to that kind of wealth that we as working people don't always get that opportunity
Mhm.
to jump in unless you know somebody, they hit the lottery, come up with like the pet rock. That man made $1 million and disappeared. Never heard
Yeah.
from him again.
Yeah.
The pet rock. And that was in the 70s. Imagine being a millionaire in the 70s. The prices. And the only expensive thing I want to buy is a yacht. That's it. That's it.
Mm.
Floating, playing Frankie and Beverly and Maze, sipping
Mhm.
on a little. That's it.
That's the
Yeah.
life.
That's it. Okay, like for instance, okay, here we go. So this is St. John's. 75 acres for 39.5. 75 acres for 80 grand. 70 acres, 38.5. And see, here's the cool thing. Remember, I was telling you could put money down on it and then just no penalty for early payout, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go here because I think Whoa, it just did. Oh, I wanted it to go under. Hold on. Because I had acres minimum was 50 and I needed to be a little lower than that. Let me see. Let's go 25. Okay, cool. And we'll do the owner finance and let's see. Because all that means is that they'll take payments for the
Mhm.
land. That's all. And I learned all of this from a realtor. And that's how I'm a researcher, jumped and went into the next lane
Mhm. Let me
and
ask
just
you what.
took. Yeah, go ahead.
No, have you been on the land that you bought?
I haven't been on that particular piece of land, but I've been up there.
Hmm.
I've driven through there. Um, and they don't, the people, and what's so crazy is the people that's selling the land is in North Carolina. They don't see the land at all. They don't see this land that they are. I mean, it's up to you to do the diligence on it. That's
Yeah.
it. And that's what I did. So check this out. Northern Arizona Highlands Homestead. This is what I think these are the people. Yeah, First United Realty. So when I'm able to, this would be my second home. Well, actually the largest home would
Mhm.
be out here. And look at that. It's green.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, sir. I will be just doing. I told my sister I'll be doing all the TikTok trends right out here, all the TikTok dances right on this land, and it
Yeah.
hasn't been on. Nobody's lived on it,
Hmm.
and you have access to water for free. All you got to do is take care of your electricity and see. You can set up like I have the ability to put in at least two bathrooms on my own. If I
Hmm.
want to do more, I probably bring in a plumber. But I can personally like hook up two bathrooms. So we can at least start there. And that's all, you know. But look, you got a lake, Lyman Lake. This is in St. John's. Now this is south of Holbrook. This is more southeast. Um, and it's closer to New Mexico. And so
What's
you
that?
got, yeah, you got all of this here. And imagine that at night, yo. It's dark.
That's a beautiful scene.
Yeah. So it's not really, for me, it's not like, I don't think I want a lot. I know it sounds like it, but I do. I just want a yacht big enough to fit, like, I would say about maybe 12 passengers and a crew, right? Have somebody bring you your fruit.
Mhm.
Me and my girl Lisa said we're gonna be sitting on the front of it. And we was like, yeah, in the two piece.
Nice.
Being fast on the yacht. But we ain't gonna go too far because I don't want the Somalian pirates to get us. They still out there.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, did you ever see that movie with Tom Hanks where they had took his ship hostage?
Yeah. Yeah.
There is pirates still out there though, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like as you get like into those places and like if you take your yacht out to somewhere that's like what is it, what you call that? Shoot. It's like there's no laws. Like it's so far. Like you can even hit it off the Gulf of Mexico. So like let's say you trying to get because you can leave the Gulf of Mexico and take that route over to Africa, West Africa. And
Yeah.
so in between that, and I cannot think of the name what that's called, in between that, there's an area where it's like maritime. That's what it is, like the maritime area, and there's no laws. So nobody's coming. you on your own. And on top of that, that's why I said let me stay over on the Pacific side because they don't have the issues that the Atlantic side do. I just take my little yacht, go up to Canada, come on back down.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to Greenland. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah,
That's
that would be
kind
real
of
nice.
far.
I've always
Well,
wanted to go to Iceland.
yes, to the ice castle.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. We gotta pull that up. The ice
Renovate.
castle.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then
yes, yes,
be
yes,
go take a dip in that little cold water. They everybody
yes.
renovate.
The like they do that jump. They go in
Yeah,
every year and do that. Child, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how that would be even the case. How we oh look at that. That's beautiful right there. Hold on. Let me see. I said whatever frozen challenge. Blah 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 blah. No, it's like it's like the hotel. Baby, don't worry about it. I got you. You ain't gotta keep watching. Just you do what you doing. I got you. Hold on. Let me see. Yep, it's like the hotel, the ice hotel. Let me take that out. In so they've got one in Quebec. Here it is in Sweden. I go to ice hotel. I want to see this. Have you ever heard of the seashells?
Yes.
That's where I've always wanted to go. That is where because I know they speak French there. Still a lot of black folks.
Yeah, it's very ethnically diverse with
Yes.
Indians and a bunch of like just like Mauritania. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know what I'm saying, Mauritania.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
my,
got
my
you.
my dream is to go to Zanzibar.
Zanzibar. Now, tell me what that is. Like I know where it is, but I'm not 100%.
It's right off the coast of Tanzania. It's owned by Tanzania.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I'm with
they
you.
say that's their version of Hawaii. Like it's just a look.
Zanzibar. Okay,
Zanzibar.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to travel. I want to see the world. Like that's what is it here for if you ain't trying to see it?
Tell me about it. And
I
really,
don't get that.
you want to know something? It's not really that expensive to travel. And I think
No, well, it's expensive for folk ain't got no money.
ain't
But
got no
yes,
money. If you know how to travel, if you don't got that
right.
overhead bills, and
Yes,
you
that's
have
it. That's
yeah,
it.
that's the main
Hmm.
thing. And you're making money, you can go there. Like I've been to Paris before.
Oh, okay.
I've been to
Okay.
Paris. I've been
What
to
was
the
that
net.
like?
It was a very cultural shocking thing. I'm a
Yeah.
street, very cultural. So I'm a nigga from Miami. I'm from the South.
But it's a whole lot of culture in Miami though.
You see, okay, for you who probably not from there, it might be for you, but for me, is that these are just regular old people to me.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
for real. So it's not uncommon to be around a Brazilian, a Dominican, somebody from
Right.
Nicaragua,
Yes.
or somebody from Panama, or something like. I grew up with people like that. Some of
Right.
my friends were Afro Latina, and what I mean, we all immigrants. But
Right.
outside of that, like when you're talking about diversity, okay,
Yeah.
what I mean, that might be for somebody who then grew up.
They never been right.
Yeah,
Oh
in a
yeah.
yeah. So you know what I mean. So going to like Paris and the Netherlands, you know what I mean.
Oh, my
You know what I
best
mean.
friend lives in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
yeah. I went there to smoke a
Yes.
joint.
How was it? That's what I want to
I
do.
was laid out on the street.
Ah!
Laid out. I said the first time I ever wanted to smoke weed, I said I'm gonna go to the Netherlands to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
like a big flex.
Right.
And I went in a coffee shop with the window open. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man. Hola, hola. Lord Spike Protein. How you doing, sir?
yeah,
Hola.
yeah. But the funny thing is, when I was there at that time, it was kind of culture shock too. I had never seen this before in my life. When you get off the airplane, there's people with
Yeah.
AK-47s.
Oh,
Yeah, and this was like 8 years ago, 8 9 years. There was
wait a
people with
minute. And this
AK-40
was in
and
Paris?
no, in the Netherlands.
Oh, wow. For
In
real.
the
Okay,
Netherlands,
okay.
and I was like, "Damn, what's this all about?"
Wow.
AK-47. So funny thing is, I'm there, But you know, at that time I was very New Yorkish. So a lot of
Oh
people thought
shit.
I was like a rapper. There was like dudes, and it was a lot of Africans there too. And
Uh-huh.
people,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you ever heard of the country Suriname.
No. Go ahead.
Suriname is a country that's colonized by the Dutch. It's in
Right.
South
Okay.
America. It's right next to Guyana. So yeah,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay.
So they're black. So and they're mixed with like Matismo a little bit. So
Okay.
a lot of them live in the Netherlands. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of them live in the Netherlands, and then with them black. So you know, there, you know, I got the fitted hat on, I got the diamond cut
Oh my
earring.
God.
You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
thinking you
Yeah, you know what I'm
that
saying.
right. Because they
I
don't
got
get
those.
down like
No,
that
they
either.
don't. I got on the white Fazoli's. You know what I mean? I got on the
Somebody
white
was
air.
stepping. You
And I
came
was, I was,
out.
I was,
You came out
I was
there
feeling myself.
stepping.
I was feeling myself
I see
hard.
you.
So,
I see you.
but
Okay.
you know, that's the first time I've been around Turkish people. That's the first time I met
That's cool.
somebody
Yeah.
from this and that. So it's imperative. I say the best education you can give anybody is a passport
Yeah.
and tell them to go.
That's next. That's next on the list. I gotta get my passport.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
like it was even for me when I started driving and I went to Texas. When I started driving, I went to Mexico for the first time. I loved it.
Hmm.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
I see why people want to move there because you know it's a like a whole movement of black people moving to
Yes,
Mexico.
I heard that. I
No, it's
heard
a
it was
big movement.
wow. I did not know that so many black people were moving to
Oh,
Mexico.
tons of them are
Yeah.
moving there. It's cheap. The food is good. You know what I mean? Despite
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Authentic Mexican food is
food, yeah.
bomb.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Despite certain cities, maybe lower protein can maybe add on that. But you can go you can get you a penthouse there for what we pay here for rent. You get you a whole full estate.
Yes. Yes. Now that I am aware.
Yeah. So
Because when we were looking at when when Trump was in office, my mom was like, "We're leaving." She said, "We're leaving." So we looked at Canada. We looked at the Netherlands. We
mhm.
looked at because I was like, I want to go where at least I know somebody. And so my girl, she lives there. I met her actually here in Arizona, and so she moved back because she came here to meet a dude. No, it did not turn out right at all. Dude was she got catfish from across the pond. So she came and she couldn't get home. She had to wait. She had to wait for her ticket. And so she stayed with me and my family for about 30 days. And
Mhm.
she's Dutch and Jamaican.
Okay.
And so it was so cool. We clicked and we are still cool to this day. And she had a little daughter, her and her name is Sade, and she is beautiful. So I've
Mhm.
gotten to see this little girl grow up, right? And I'm like, I gotta get out there and come see you, right? Like I gotta get out there.
You'll
And
love it.
so because I would love to have, different properties around the world. Now that's
Mhm.
just
Definitely.
bon appetit. Bon
And
appetit.
look what Lord Protein said. Hey, Lord Protein, I've eaten that before. That's the soup, ain't it? Mandindo. And so it's
Mendindo and Sesos.
yeah, that's soup.
Okay, I'm trying to learn my Spanish, Lord's Pie Protein. You gonna have to help me because that's a huge tap in market here.
Oh man, we'll be
It's
a
huge.
it's a disservice. I always tell people this: it's a disservice not to know who your neighbor is.
Exactly. And
You
I'm
know,
very aware of who my neighbors are. I have plenty of people that I know that are native, that are Hispanic, Puerto
yeah.
Rican. Just
Mhm.
I've always tried to make that, you know, because I want to know.
It's always easy to make people comfortable when you are able to.
Yeah.
try to understand their culture and you know what I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
even take an initiative to speak their language and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
only know a little bit. Like I know Los Cientos. I can, I can get through a
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah, yeah.
but my Spanish is horrible. Like I can let you know that I don't know what you said.
Yeah. To me, gusta.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Bueno, bueno. You know what I mean? Like I know key phrases, some things, but yeah, I do. So for me, it's like that's a life goal for me is to at least learn three languages. I know a little bit of Arabic because, like I said, my father was in the Nation of Islam, so I'm still familiar with the Fatiha and the
Oh
greeting.
yeah.
Salam alaikum, wa
Walaikum
alaikum
salam.
assalam. Mhm.
And you ain't never put on no hijab going up in there?
I did. I had to.
I
As
never,
a young girl, I had to.
never know that.
Yeah, I did the whole thing.
He said Monigo style
Oh,
stomach lining and sensitive.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah.
Now
That
I ate it. Yeah, I ate it.
wait, what he say? I wanted to not know what it was.
Yeah, it's like a soup.
I don't want to
It's like a
know.
soup.
Don't tell me I don't want no cowbirds.
I, di-
I just I don't.
I didn't.
That's acquired. I'd have to know.
Yeah.
I like give me like I like the sweet and sour and the lemon and I'm more of the greenery mix. Like I do like chorizo. I do like that. Um and what is it? Is it ceviche? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. I like ceviche. Those type of like I love the colors of the different foods. And like I said, I grew up eating fresh vegetables, right? That was my mama cooked peppers and tomatoes and
Mm.
it was always something like that. And so yeah, it makes a big, big difference for me to yes, I do know how to make it too. I've learned how to make ceviche.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I got my family, I got my brother and my sister hooked to the ceviche, and yeah, I love that. Like I love a little bit of everything. Like I love Italian food. Oh, I'm a pasta girl. Like I love to make. Like I want to buy the like it's the heavy. I think it's made out of cast iron, and it's the pasta maker, right? Like I love making things from scratch. Yeah, I think it's just fun, even if it's horrible. It turned out to be crazy. I still want to try it. Um, but yeah, I love that. And being here in Arizona, it has definitely been a cultural shock because I'm not considered black here. They don't. I
Are
no.
you serious?
Yeah. hmm I've been called everything but Dominican, Puerto Rican.
You could pass for that though.
But they gonna figure it out. The minute I don't know. That's exactly why I didn't know how to speak Spanish. Then I was told they was like, "But you're not a regular black person." I was
Mm.
like, "Oh, okay." So then, um, I was getting a ride from work. My hair was straight, and so I was getting ready to go to work. Whatever. I had it pulled back, like in a ponytail, and the driver, he was native. He was Navajo. And so he's telling me the story, and he was like, "Yeah, because I love talking about that, especially when I get Navajos in the car." And I was like, "Who in here that's Navajo? Who you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, thanks, I guess." But it is for me. It's not insulting because what it says is that my ancestry, my melanin is many, many things. And so that is that is exactly what we've become. We are many, many things, but we have so much in common. Culture and color is pretty much all the difference.
Oh yeah,
And go ahead, go ahead.
no, no, I say you're right. I say we all still go through the same thing, same nuances. We
Hmm.
all want good for our families, but the media just try to divide us in so
Well,
many.
yeah, and ignorance of human beings, because believe me, there was no media
No,
when before all of this. So it was word of mouth. It was what your friends and family told you,
yeah,
so on and so forth. So you ended up walking away with that thought process. And
right.
even though we lived in the hood, the most exotic we saw was white. And, and that was it. When Mexicans were moving into the neighborhood, man, we was pumped. Well, the girls were anyway, because we like to go watch them play soccer.
Hmm.
Like the brothers didn't like that too much. It really was like something out of the movie Do the Right Thing, right? Like it was like, oh, you're invading. Because I saw a lot of sisters, they started dating the Mexican dudes.
Hmm.
Then we had the Asian invasion. And so a lot of them that came in, they were um, Chinese and Japanese. This is when the little cars, the racer cars,
Hmm.
and everybody had, and they drove up in them. And guess who was getting out them seats?
Hmm.
It was
Sisters.
us. It was us. We was like, I think black women have always been international, but on the low key, right? It was
Yeah,
never for us the way black men kind of,
like
I don't know,
broadcasting.
it, it's not even so much I care about the broadcasting. It's almost like a push in the face. Like, you're not good enough anymore. So this is why I'm with such and such. You missed out because you ain't shit. So I went to Becky. I went to Maria. You know what I'm saying? I went to Ling Ling. I went to all these
Yeah, yeah.
different women because you ain't shit, black woman.
I,
That is the
I
problem.
I think that
Yo, hit
th-
the link. Come on up, Lord Protein. Hold on.
yeah,
You don't never come up. Hold on.
I think that has a lot to do with certain men who do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
And
I've never
but they're the loudest though.
they are the loudest, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's just weird. I just like because I met dudes like that, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay, these guys who don't know how to talk to women, or they don't know how to like interact with women. Like a lot of the guys, listen, a lot of the guys who have, I don't know if I'm using this word right, vitriol.
Hmm. Vitriol, yes.
Yeah, a lot of the guys who have a lot of vitriol towards black women, I ask them
Hmm.
questions. I say, okay, you never dated them,
Mm-mm.
or you never, they didn't even find you attractive, or
Right.
find you in that. And I always tell people, you
Or
date people
interesting, or
interesting.
what else do you have to offer? You know what I'm saying?
You date
Like,
you date people who like you.
yeah, ain't that how it works? But that's not what it is.
You,
The black women they want don't want them.
no,
So that
it,
means all of us ain't shit. And
you
it
see, and even the ones that they want, are they really the people you want to say call them wives?
they those are trophies. And that's what
I,
I think.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't even call that a trophy.
Well, a lot of
You
your
see, you see, you
cohorts they do.
you know what I mean? Like you see, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know them.
It's
No,
not a
no, no,
flex for me, right? Like
no.
I would never say, like, let's say for instance, I was like, oh well, Hakeem, Laura Protein, he it. I can't, all of y'all's the same. I
Yeah,
can't. Da 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 da. He speaks Spanish, like black women never really did that. That
no,
was never really our thing. It was always on the low that we dated a white dude or
yeah, but
so. Because my mama straight told me, don't you bring no white man here.
yeah,
That I was forbidden. And then later in life, she kind of was like, oh, you don't have a lot of choices, do you?
Yeah,
I was like,
it's funny you mentioned that because my mother is very like because I come from a very multi-diverse family, so my
yeah,
mother was very like open about those type of things.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I grew up in the hood, so I only dated black women.
Right.
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
around the way, girl. I had the ponytail with the bamboo earrings. Okay.
Yeah,
I had the stonewashed jeans and
yeah.
the
You
tee.
talking about the dough knockers on the ear?
Yes. Brand new bamboo right here. Come on. I was there with the lollipop walking down the street, going to get my snacks.
No, no, definitely.
Yes. I mean, but I've always just, I never shied away from my culture, no matter how people have tried to have the vitriolic things that they have said about us. I am proud every day to be who I am.
No,
You know?
definitely. But I wanted to touch on this whole thing about the whole trophy thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Please, yes.
So me being misguided at a young age, and then when I started reading, and then you
Hmm.
start to fall into certain aspects on why we like the things we like as men
Right.
and why we're attracted to that. I
Yeah.
always go back to a story about Sarah Bartman. You ever heard of that story?
Sarah Bartman. Go ahead. Go ahead. I may, but
Yeah,
it's not
Sarah
coming to me
Bartman
right
was
now.
a woman who had a big rear end and they had put her in the cage and stuff like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I look at that, I say you have a lot of women who portray themselves like that, but that's not really wives like that. You can't. And I tell people this. I say people who get married don't look like the girls on Instagram.
No. And
Li-
not to say that that they can't be.
We,
It's just in all honesty, who
you know,
the girl. Yes, the women I see don't not no, they
they
don't
don't
look
look
like
like
that.
every girl we
Mm-mm.
see that look like an Instagram girl. I don't know
Mhm.
any of them who are married, and if they are, it might not even be publicized. You
Right.
know what I mean? But the real women who are married and that are vocal do not look like that. They do
Mm-mm.
not subscribe to those type of ideologies. They look like regular,
No, black women
normal.
was not getting plastic surgery.
No,
We weren't doing any of those things. We were, when it was cool to be natural and be who you are. Man, I remember being cute with some lip gloss, little eyeliner.
yeah.
Hi, let's
You,
go,
but
right?
but but
Like,
but, but let's look at it. Why do women do that for? You're only trying to attract a certain group of men.
well, to
Because
that,
not like because not all men like that type of stuff.
true. However, we are still in the age of what is the representation of beauty. And
Okay, and
as we have, even as a progress, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Before social media, right? A black girl with light eyes, she was at the top of the hierarchy,
yeah, and light
right?
skin.
And light skin. A girl with good hair, right? Like I always loved the
Yeah,
line in House Party. I just dropped it. Here, I'll drop
or,
it
or,
again.
or, or school days where
Right.
you know what I mean the
That's exactly what
Creole.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Right. Good and bad hair. And
yeah,
look at Tisha
chickaboo, and
Campbell.
yeah.
Right. 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 Right.
But
Yeah.
indoctrination is real big, and I think
Oh, honey, yes.
that's even still on that. But it's all about who subscribed to that. Don't you know what I mean? Like you said, like Ebony, yeah, you see what I'm saying? But
Look
I'll,
at, I give it to you even before social media. Go look at the old Jet magazine covers.
yeah,
Remember Jet Beauty of the
I
Week?
I still got some. I gotta,
Oh shit.
I still
My
got, I gotta look.
uncle,
Mm,
he used to have them placed. We were living with my grandmother, and he was living with my grandmother for a minute, and his whole room was plastered with the different Jet Beauties of the Week,
yeah, but those
right? And them women were natural,
very
like
very
they
natural,
naturally look like you know what I'm saying, their
very very
bodies
natural.
the different body shapes and da 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 da. Yeah.
I ain't never been into that type of stuff. Even when I was younger, man, I just really, I don't know, man. I just really was not into that. But I have
Yeah.
friends who like that type of stuff, and they always used
Right.
to laugh at me because I was a little bit weird when it came to dating people.
But it's only weird because, and I think a lot of men do what other men do.
Yeah,
Like they don't have a, if you don't have a sense of self, man or woman, you gonna follow or think, oh well, if it's good for him, it's good for me. So I should compete with that. Or because I've been in those situations too where the only reason that you are being asked out or something like that is because they're
oh
in
yeah,
competition.
damn.
Yes, yes.
I don't
Please
know
drop
what
your link, sir.
I will. I gotta. I'm so lazy when it comes to stuff like that.
He wants you to drop it.
Yeah,
Come on up here. Hit that link, Lord Spike Protein. We want
I,
to hear
I'm,
what you say.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm very big on
Yeah.
as far as me being a man, and as I get older, and what I look for as far as
Yes, because you were so old, child.
yeah,
Go
you know
ahead.
what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so much of I'm so much of an intellectual that I get turned on by a good conversation.
Now I have to agree with that. Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I that I've always been like that, even though when I used to be in the streets. But
Yeah.
on top of that, and this is why I think that I try to preach this to my nephews.
Mm-hmm.
And I say character is a big thing, and being able to talk to somebody, because after the whole superficial thing is gone, and you're not able to shaboing anymore, you're gonna.
Who is not able? What? When do y'all think that stops? My grandparents was getting it in, yo.
Hey,
Like they
listen,
was, come on, man. They was in
hey,
their
listen,
70s, yo. They was
listen,
still.
listen. Poor health
Even
and
if it's
hygiene people can't get it up nowadays. You feel me? So, like, you know what I'm saying?
get
Like,
listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I marry or somebody in my life like that. Oh no, honey, you get the juice. We about to change all of that.
you know what I'm saying? But
Hey, no.
no, you're right. You're right. But
Uh-uh.
so I think it leads off from that a
Yeah.
conversation and just simple things for me that matters to be like, okay, maybe I can cohabitate with that. And I think that
Right.
you have a lot of men who's like that, but then you have a lot of men who have unrealistic ideas about
Yeah.
relationship
Yes.
and building with somebody. And let's be real
Mhm.
frank about it. A lot of people don't want to build with women anymore, or they feel like a lot of things are very just transactional. You know what I mean? They
That's
don't
what it
see,
has become.
yeah.
Yeah. It's that the way they even talk about it, and even speaking to this space,
Mhm.
that's how they talk about it. It is this constant transactional. All I want is for you to be fit, feminine, and
It feeling.
friendly.
Yep.
I don't like this. I don't like that.
That
And I asked this question, and I had been on several panels with men. So tell me what you do like. What do you want? Do you not want to have a conversation with her? Are you a person that's into movies? Are you, where's the fun in it?
they
Well,
took in
you
that.
can't have fun all the time. Yes, you can. Yes, you
li-
can.
li- Listen, they took in the silver lining out of getting to know people.
Yeah,
It's
that's dumb.
you know what I mean, the beauty in like what you're saying, like, hey,
Yeah.
let's go to the movies, or let's go drive to a drive-in movie or something like
Oh
that.
my God.
You know what I
Yes.
mean, or we're gonna go
Yes.
walk to the park, or let's go get ice cream and stuff like that. And when you say that, it's kind of hopeless, and this is why we got people like us, a lot of us who are just chronically single,
Yeah.
and because what I mean, who don't want to step
Well,
into that
because I
realm.
didn't want to get jaded, right? So if
Mhm.
I don't step out and find out, okay, wait, now I done tried this more than once. And because they tell women, let a man choose you. And if he choose you, that's enough, right?
No, no, that's wrong.
Well, yes, we know it's wrong, but you already know as well. It has always been that, especially within Black women and in our community, you don't go chasing no man, right? And you are looked down upon if
No,
you do chase a man.
no, mm,
Yes, it's back in the day. You old
no,
enough to know, bro.
no. You're right. You're
Oh, I am so honored. The voice of Venus, Christopher. Thank
Venus.
y'all for coming in. Venus. You know, I love you, girl. You can hit the link. I didn't pin it to the top, so just let me know. I'll drop it again if you want to come up. We are talking about, well, we just talking. Like we're
No,
just
we didn't.
having cool, smooth conversation. No craziness up here.
No,
So
no.
like I've dated all types of dudes. Like
Mm,
short, heavy set,
mm-hmm.
tall, heavy set, muscular, like that. It no, you're not too chill. We're not arguing or debating. Come on up here, man.
Lord, so
So ain't nobody arguing, buddy. We've been talking. Look, we've been talking so much that I forgot to go live at the time I was supposed to go,
basically,
because I enjoy having a good conversation. We don't have
and,
to have all of that.
no, we don't. And sometimes it doesn't cost money to do this.
Oh God, no,
You know what I
it
mean? I
doesn't.
think.
And that's the problem. That is a huge issue because it did used to be free to meet people,
Oh my,
right?
listen.
You'd run into people everywhere.
Do you remember back? Do you remember back in the days? Because I am older than you. You do you remember back in the days when you
Bruh,
met when you met
stop it.
somebody and you met them at the front of their house? You couldn't even go inside the house.
Right.
Y'all would
Yes.
sit outside,
And
talk,
talk. Yes.
talk.
It is somebody a look peek out the
You
window
know,
or
yeah, and then you know me say it's time to get inside the house and be
yeah.
like,
Getting dark. Getting dark.
good night. Be like, I'll catch you later, and then just you know
Yeah.
what I
I
mean
talk to you later.
later, and
You
you know what I
can't
mean.
kiss because you ain't trying to let nobody
No, no, you're
see.
not. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I do miss kind of those days because it wasn't too. You still technically got to know people after a
But
while.
that's the thing. Like,
Mm.
okay, I understand that after the initial steps, and if it goes further, yes, there are certain things that you need to know. There are certain things that you should understand about people.
Oh man,
However, that does not mean that you instantly go to how many body count and what's your bank account. Like, what is this?
yeah. Going back to what you said, that's when you talk to take the silver lining out of meeting people. And to be honest with you, you know who what's his name is then the down south dude that be on Anton Daniels.
Okay, so there's Logic.
I think his name is Logic. So Logic said
Yeah,
something that was real profound, and I said the same thing too. I say he said before I got on YouTube, I never heard nobody talk about body count.
yeah.
I say before this submission stuff, I said I never heard that before in my life.
Well, if it had been the original, then I give it to my brothers. But it wasn't. It was Rolo Tomasi. He was
Yeah,
the beginning of it. And then even Rolo Tomasi, he took it from another dude.
yeah,
And when you see these men, and it's the same for the black ones,
yeah.
when
But
you see these men talking this stuff, you know that the girl they wanted, they couldn't get.
they couldn't. But Rolo's married.
It don't
Donovan Sharp
matter.
is in a long term relationship. A lot of these guys would, but the point I'm saying is this: this stuff is on YouTube in real life.
No, see, that's the problem. It's on YouTube for us, but this stuff has been around
And I get that,
on
but
like radio. Like I used to listen to Howard Stern,
you see,
okay?
I never listened to Howard Stern.
And it gave me an insight into the more dusty side of white men.
Yeah,
Like
like
the things they talk about. And they were talking. I heard this already. Like they were talking about young girls, the way they talk about body count, the way they talk about the sexual part of it, the money, all of it. this was something that has always been a part of it. And plus, two, my father being that he was in entertainment and what he would see and what he would go through, and especially in the 70s, that turned into a conversation. But see, you're not old enough to remember that though. You ain't old enough to
I wasn't
know
ready for
about
it.
that.
I wasn't ready for it.
I
I
know.
wasn't ready
I
for
know
it.
you ain't ready.
No, but you do give a point though. But the point I was getting is, and Logic said this too. He said,
Mm-hmm.
like, a lot of us who live in real life, and you
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna negate what you're saying. Like, maybe those talking points were had, but coming from where I came from, I didn't hear
Mm-hmm.
that.
No, and you're right. On a regional level, no. But
Yeah,
places that were more superficial, like California, New
yeah,
York, places like that, Chicago, you would hear men talk this way. And see, I was into talk radio. Like I used to listen to talk radio all the time. So like I know who Rush Limbaugh is. I know a lot of these men that are out now here, like that was, because a lot of black people didn't listen to these type of people. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? We lived in our bubble. We did our thing. We had our black celebrities. We dealt with who we dealt with. When black people started being on the radio more, like they had like Tom Joyner, and it's always about music, it's entertainment and what's happening in
yeah.
the community, right? It wasn't about, and then all of a sudden, uh hey, sir. Now you know it's superficial out there. Stop playing.
Southern California.
Now everybody don't look like how they portray. Now don't get me wrong, but certain parts of Cali, because a lot of people don't realize that Cali is really a Republican state. It
Yeah,
really is.
heavy, but
But the major city of LA and surrounding areas are Democratic.
even though a lot of these guys do talk stuff in their real life, they still live normal.
Yeah, I
Like,
was going to say, yeah, all that shit talking that
look,
they do online, I think a lot of it is for money. That's
it,
that's what I think. It's a
it's
grip.
for the bag. Same thing with Rolo.
Hmm.
Rolo had got a lot of pushback like a couple months ago, where he was
Yeah,
telling young men to go get a vasectomy.
yeah, vasectomy. Yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, so you don't want people to have families or reproduce and nothing like that?
No, it has always been that older men have always tried to tell younger men what to do so they could step in.
Those not the type. Yeah, those are suckers. The older men I've learned from taught me some key pivotal things which I've never had issues before.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And how I approach life, how I approach women, how I approach
Mhm.
um 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 other people and stuff like that. And it's given. But when I talk about this to like friends who I grew up with,
Mhm.
they even be kind of like, since the rise of Kevin Samuel, a lot of us is like, who this dude is? Because
Yes.
you know, like we're really regular people. I tell people this. I say a lot of people who regular look at dudes like that. I say
Don't
this,
know, right. They don't
like,
know him. He's
yeah, he
not
never
that big
been.
of a celebrity.
No, but
And
not
that's what
only
I
that,
used to, I used to get cussed out because I said, y'all the only ones giving him all this clout. He is not that on point. Stop.
listen,
It's a grift. This man is not telling y'all the truth.
yeah, but
Hold
even
on, real quick. Lord Spike Protein, you got to come up. Hakeem, I'll be right back, okay? I just got to step away real quick. So you got it. You
yeah.
got it. You running the show. Just hold on.
You with me now? Thank everybody for joining us. This is the Chocolate Earth Show. I'm the co-host. I'm the co-host, El Capitan, Prince Hakeem. We just here trying to get it. I am thirsty, and yeah, I'm quite thirsty, and we just kicking it, man. We just vibing it, man. Love, you know what I mean. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Tell your ops that you love them. Go after your dreams. Don't say you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. You know what I mean? Thank you to my brother, Lord Protein. You know, don't hate on nobody. Don't hate on no other. You know what I mean? Let's just live life, eat, drink. I'm putting some aromatherapy right now. Just a couple of drop it. I got what you call that an air diffuser, just to spicing up the mood. You know what I mean? Since we can't play no music, you know. Matter of fact, hold on. We probably could play something. Yeah, bear me one moment, son. No, definitely. She got to drop the link. I gotta wait till she come back. I don't know how to add that. Oh, that Lou Rawls is serious. We just chilling.
I'm back. I'm back. Oh no! How are you doing? Stop it. Come on, no. Sir,
Yeah.
what are you playing?
Huh?
What you doing?
You wasn't gonna hide this from us.
No, I was playing around because I didn't have a video.
In the
But
morning.
yeah, I wrote this. Yeah.
You wasn't gonna hold this. You wasn't gonna hold this from us.
Why
And
you
then,
want to
hey,
do me like this?
Hey, I love it. Then I seen that
Thank
little
you.
video of you in that black dress. I said, Lord Jesus. I said, hallelujah. I say,
I have slimmed down from that point in my life, but yes, the body shape is still the same.
Big or small, you still fine.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Get out of here. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote all of it. You know?
No, the music is very beautiful. I wanted to play. Yeah, what was that other joint you had there? I wonder why you never like continued this.
I actually continued writing. Oh my God.
I love this one. I played it.
My mom hated this song.
When you love somebody.
She was like, that's not how I wanted you to sing it. Of course you can drop a lead. Let me see. But they kicked me off twice. I can't play nothing.
But this is yours though, so it's not.
Yes, this is all me. Oh my gosh.
You're not meant to
Let
be
me
alone.
Tell my brother, hey. Go to my live. Go.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. I ain't heard. I'm so country.
All night talking, that's what we doing right now. We all night talking.
I actually did.
When you love somebody.
I remember. That's my sister.
Oh, that's your sister? Who?
Yeah, my sister, my baby sister. She
that's singing?
was on all of my music, yeah.
Is that her that be in the comments?
Yes, yeah.
I picked up on that.
Yeah, that's my little, they my little tribe.
You say that's your little sister?
That's not little, yeah, that's your little sister. She the youngest girl. Yeah.
Y'all all little. So how's she your little sister?
She is little. Oh my God. That is so funny. When I wrote these?
2010?
Yes. Well, now you've been on it, so you know. But yeah, 2009.
Why I was listening when you told me, I went and listened to the whole album.
Oh my gosh. So yes. AXO, how you doing, babe? I'm gonna tell you something. I wanted to try. I was never really a solo person. Like I didn't want to be like a solo artist, right? But things kind of pushed it that way. I had a 5 heartbeats moment. I was in a band.
I seen that with the.
Now that band that was here in Arizona. I put on a concert. I did it all myself. Like I got the venue, we sold tickets, and it was cool.
It was nice though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You got some soul in you.
I am old.
You what?
I'm old school. I love music. Like I love that. Oh my God. I hadn't heard this in a minute.
Hold that note, girl.
It's all around you. It's all around you when you love.
I wanted to like turn it into.
You singing with a lot of soul there, man.
That I would say.
I feel love every night.
I still have songs that I have not finished.
Then when you gonna put out the next album?
Oh man, I have no idea. I've gotten this question, and it's so funny. I actually just got this question from my best friend. She was like,
It shows.
"You need to start singing again." And I
You
was like,
do.
"Can I? Let me
How you
get."
doing, Miss Cleo? Cleo Jones.
Let me know.
I said when I heard that, I said, who's she singing to like that?
I
I know
wasn't.
not.
I wasn't singing to anybody at the. It was just
I'm asking. You said when you love somebody, it was a lot of
yes.
like serious things on it.
I think because I have always felt that way. Like if you love somebody or they love you, this is how it should feel,
This
and
is
that is something. Yeah.
you got to go after what you love. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Can't be
Yes.
scared.
Mm-mm.
Can't be scared when you love somebody.
No. You got to be open. You got to be willing. You got to be giving. And like I said earlier, when you give to the wrong person, you feel like you're the one doing something wrong. But it's not that. It's just that they don't know what that looks like. So for them, it's something they can't give it to you. They can't give it back to you. So
No, yeah.
accuse you of doing some shadiness. So it's like,
A
okay.
lot of people don't know what that look like, what love look like though.
I think I've always been a hopeless romantic, right? Growing up, I always believed that if you care
So
about somebody,
you believe in
yeah.
love.
Yes, I do.
You believe in love is
it.
love.
Mm-hmm. I believe in that Freddie Jackson, Luther Vandross, Karen White, Pebbles,
Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas. Yes. Yes. The passion of it. Because I'm a passionate person naturally. So I am passionate about the people and the things that are important to me. And so that I never received back as far as from like the men in my life. Because it was always on some other shit. Like,
you just haven't bumped into the right man.
That's it. And I'll say that, and I've said it, even when I've been asked on these platforms. I said, but I'm not gonna keep. It's like I'm gonna keep running myself up against this wall, and then I'm gonna be all beat up by the time somebody that really wants to give me what I can give them, I'm not gonna be able to get it because I'm all battered up and bruised, right? That's why I was like, I need to step out. I said, I'm getting out. I went on blind dates. Tried.
Was that night-ish?
You come in here to talk shit again to me. What is you wasn't even on last night, so be quiet. Ain't nobody. She just run from the real. Real what, Nightish? What, Nightish? He ain't gonna come up here.
Hey, Nightish smoke.
Right, Nightish want to come up here, bring us smoke.
He spoke.
Wow. See, that's what he said to me last time. I was on his panel. I wasn't even trying to be on there that long. And we were just talking. And like I told him, sir.
I want to ask you a question.
Of course.
Where did the love go?
Oh my God, not this stuff. You're wrong for this.
You can let it hear. You can't get. You can let it hear. I can't even finish the statement.
We did. Oh my gosh! Wow. I remember when I wrote that.
When we gonna see another album?
Listen. Let me get this done. Let me get this done.
We can do some background music like, hey. I can't sing now. You got some nice songs.
Thank you. For real, thank you.
Very beautiful song. That's like
we got airplay. I was on a couple radio stations in Africa. I still have I'm still connected with a lot of the people I met. I remember When You Love Somebody was played by this radio station in the UK. So yeah, I mean it got its love during that time. CD baby,
But
I did all of that.
did you lose the love of it? That's what I'm saying.
No, I still love to write. Um,
But what about record and release?
it's been, you know what, a minute, and I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I started being like, but they don't want this kind of music, right? Like,
It's,
if this is not. But at the time, I was
yeah,
like, it wasn't. You know. Now I did get approached by. It was some producers from Hidden Beach that did find me and reached out to me. But I'm gonna tell you what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to make a song for the strip club, and I'm not. What you?
you know that.
Who's stripping to what I'm singing? Like,
Yeah,
unless you at home stripping for your man, like that's as my mother said, I was a crooner. So, but I do. That's Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I should have left you alone. I shouldn't have told you nothing.
because I was crying and I'm like, oh wow. I'm
Yeah,
like,
and then we did go in and re-record. Oh, I did release two more songs. I did Now, and I did what was the other? So Good. Those two are on there too. I think because I know the video is there. Yeah. So this was early on, and so we was being hood, and this was just like one of those kind of videos that you could just put together. Yeah, we did. I wrote this one too.
I just want to say how you make me feel every single day.
I'm on
mm,
TikTok too.
Heart skips a
I got to see that.
beat
My
every
music, I
time
didn't even realize it. Like, this was because when I put the first album out,
you know
um,
you see as you're walking
and I joined CD Baby, and so during that time, this was when because like China, Japan, the first person to buy my music was from Japan. So like though the Asian market of music, South Korea, they
They love,
love R&B and yeah.
yeah.
And my mom used to say to me all the time, she's like, I wish I could get you overseas because that's it. And I was like,
It's,
it's all right. It's
it's, it's
okay.
never too late.
Ah,
It's never
you
too
know
late.
what? I'm not, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to say that.
You know
That
what I
is
mean?
never too
You should
late.
never give up on your
I just
dreams.
want the
Oh, no.
chance.
It is always, music has always been a part of my life. It's therapy for me. Like, it's like a
Mm.
second life. Um,
'Cause
and I find that that is me in any, like, I love to create. So it's like the artistry of music and to tell a story. It's just cool.
mm,
Yeah, I feel
I know
good.
Chloe ain't give up on you. Why
So
you gonna give up?
good. And I just want
Mm.
Who
you
is Chloe?
Chloe
to
Jones.
feel good.
Cleo Jones, you sleepy?
Yeah. I know Cleo Jones ain't give up on you. We ain't, you know what I mean? I know I ain't gonna give up on you. Why you gave it?
Oh, thank you very much. No, they have never. My sister and brother, and so my brother he's like my biggest fan. He is just the best.
And I
You
just
remember when that?
And he
just take my hand.
he likes one of the songs that I truly hate that we wrote.
You
Yeah.
don't have to worry.
There's
And it,
only one song that I just be like, why?
You
Why
don't
did I
have to
do this?
worry.
But other than that, no. Before the issues of copyright and all that kind
yeah.
of stuff started kicking in, I had a fan make a video of All Night. And he had put like all these different clips in from different videos. But of course, during Ad Apocalypse, they got rid of all of that,
They
you know.
did.
So yeah.
But I could tell, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
But yes, so that's my secret alter ego.
Zenobia.
Yeah.
Zenobia.
Yes. And it actually comes from um the movie Uptown Saturday Night.
Mm,
And I just changed it to Zenobia, and it was Madame Zenobia's in Uptown Saturday Night.
mm.
So I just always thought the name Zenobia was just like, I thought that was bomb.
No, no, it's
And
beautiful.
yeah, so Zenobia came into Inception in 2008, 2009. Um,
You
and
just was getting out of high school then?
sir, no.
First year in college, like
Get out of here. I was, let me see, how old? I was in my 20s. I know I was in my 20s.
this is-
But yeah, so that's like about the album drop. Then I did So Good in 2016, 2015, 2016. And but I did Now, that was before we recorded Now in my living room.
mm.
We had the whole setup. I still got the pictures and everything. Okay, I will. Let me. I'll show you this. I think I still have it. Let me
Please.
see.
You know,
Right.
I was in the music business as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
do tell, sir. You know I
Rap.
want to know.
But most of the stuff I do is all ratchet.
Ah, okay. You out
Yeah,
here being ratchet.
yeah. Listen, I got a tattoo right here on my thing. Say music is my
Stop. You
life.
out here being ratchet.
Music is my life.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wow, that popped up really quick. Sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Continue, please.
No, I was just saying, you know, I got a tattoo here that says music is my life.
Shut up. I always wanted to get the treble clef.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
see the
want a
music?
sleeve. Yeah, I want a sleeve of like the story of my life so far.
Yeah.
Right? Like I want like the earth up here and kind of, but I'm such a punk. I have not gotten a tattoo
No,
yet.
don't be scared. Jump out in that fire.
Yes, I
Listen,
know.
I got many tattoos. You know what I'm saying?
I know you were saying when they was like, man, that's somebody dead.
Yeah,
Don't
and
do it.
I'm looking like, do they know who I am? Like, but you know, I was eating I was eating the
Yeah,
sub,
you
and the
was
thing was,
out there, right,
and the
with the
thing was
cargos.
with the cargo, and
Right.
the thing was dripping on my shirt, and I was like, it was like, I'm like, man, like, do they know
Yeah,
who I
that's
am?
bad moves right there.
Yeah, like, I'm not even nothing to play with.
But this is why they talk about our generation, which is so funny. They be like, so I saw a TikTok and it's like, well, why did we let Gen X off the hook? And the lady was like, what are you talking about? I said, do you understand the reason why y'all are so free is because we were probably one of the first generations that started bucking the system.
No, definitely.
I said, now we may be in corporate jobs or went to college or whatever. I said, but the majority of us was grown before we knew what grown was. We was taking care of whole families before we could drive. So like, stop, sit down. Yo, you here? We some of us are even grandmothers. Okay, so
Hmm.
stop playing. And so, and still, how long when they talk about we, how we should have done this, how we should have done that. Listen, the boomers were still running shit, even with us. They were even they. That's why like rap and they was coming for us and they said the same things that they saying now about this generation they said about us, that we don't care, we ain't doing the same things. But you know who ain't like really doing it? Millennials. The
Yeah.
millennials said, you know what y'all can do? We going back home. We not buying shit. We ain't having no kids. Get out of my face. And so that's why, like, my niece, and my brother, they're both in Generation Z, right? But these are old. Like, our brother has already been indoctrinated with the music and
Yeah.
how we get down and having free be a free thinker,
Mhm.
pay attention, that kind of stuff. And so, and my mom was young. She was a young boomer, so to speak. So she wasn't on a lot of the things in the beginning when we were younger. But as she got older, she was like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't how I want my relationships with my kids to be. And so I think that's why I find it necessary to be as genuine as possible, because that's what my mom instilled in us. We love each other, and but not abuse each other. You know, we respect and care and talk to one another like, hey, what's going on?
Mhm.
And that's always how it's been with my brother, where don't hold that in. Let's talk about it so you don't get in trouble or take it out on, something else or someone else.
So he
So
was
yeah,
aware of his emotions.
very early on.
That's what's up.
So,
I had to learn that
he had a
lines the
voice.
hard ways.
Yeah, a lot of us did. A lot of us did. But I will say this. Once it was I was always saying what was on my mind even when I was younger, and it would get me in trouble all the
Uh-huh.
time. But okay, so I got one video. This is me live performing in the morning, live. This was at this club here in, I don't even know if it's still here anymore, in Arizona. So as you heard, it got real loud out the gate. So let me turn
Mhm.
that down. Let me add to the stream.
It's dark. I can't see nothing.
You're not, yes, it's just for listening because it was so dark in there. It was so weird. And that, I think my mom was recording this. Now you can see my sister right there. She's under the light. And
Oh,
then
that's her?
my other best friend Dante is on the other side of me, and I'm in the middle. It kind of makes me out a little. Oh, okay, there she go. There she go.
Hold that note, baby. Oh, my head is killing me.
Oh, because you're probably tired. I
Huh?
appreciate you thanking
No,
me.
no, no, I'm not tired. Don't do that. I'm a soldier.
I love it.
Hold on. I'm gonna go get some milk.
Okay, okay.
I'm kissing you.
Yes, yes, yes. That was my other life. One of it. One of my lives. Listen, y'all. Like I said, I've tried a little bit of everything. I don't regret it. I have had some amazing experiences. When um Prince Hakeem come back, I got a story for him because this is hilarious. I hadn't thought about this in years. Whatever, man. I'm about to get some. Okay, I've got this little man in my bed. That's my cat. I haven't been showing him enough attention, so he had to come and cuddle up right next to me. Right? He had to come cuddle right next to me. Huh, bushy, bushy. Oh, did I wake you up? He like, yes, and now I want a booty pat. You want to say hi? You should say hi. You should say hi. Come on. You want to say hi? Don't bite. Well, then get on. Move. Negro. Why my cat ghetto like that, though? He's sleepy. I'm so sorry. I hope y'all not hear me drink as loud. Mm. So I'm drinking like 64 ounces of water 2, 3 times a day. I don't know what that means, but that's how much I love water. Oh, let me tell you something. I really do enjoy talking to the folks I meet out here, and I appreciate, you know, the vibe. Cause that, I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I like a good debate. I like, you know, a good a good conversation as well. But I think too, for me, the energy and just being bogged down with shenanigans is I have to take a break from that. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a little rowdiness from time to time, but it's on every panel, and I just be like, "Hey, kid, I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue with you." Let me give you a couple of the some of that Billie Holiday. I don't want to argue with you. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And so I'm glad you guys came and hung out. I'm not ending the show. I'm just saying thank you for who's here and hanging out still. I appreciate that. And of course, I appreciate Prince Hakeem. He's really cool. We've had some really cool conversations up here, and I'm appreciative of that as well. Um, I'm appreciative to all of you that have come up or wanted to support or any of the things that I have gotten being in this space. So, you know, I don't think, I don't think I could ask for more of that, right? Like, of course, I would love to have a larger audience, but that'll come in time. So I'm not really worried about that because I don't think I'm not going nowhere anytime soon. I'm gonna still be here. What is going on here? Oh my gosh. What is going on? I'm sorry, I was checking my phone. I don't know who's still in here hanging, but thank you. Cause see, if it have been, I'd have continued on. I got in trouble, so I had to stop. So I ain't gonna do it no more. But I do own the copyright to my music. And if you like the show, please support a sister. Appreciate you. We just trying to get to this last goal. Get this last bit. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. All right. Holding you. Now I got it in my head. Kissing me. Well, it is Saturday, young people. It's Saturday everywhere.
Kissing you.
Don't come back with your shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear that live. Wait, I'm like, I don't
That's my
heard.
song. That is my song.
I
I
just
love
got a
that
taste of that. Wait.
song. Listen, I'm telling you, I can remember because what I would do was kind of have like I used to write all the time.
Mhm.
I wrote a play.
Mhm.
It went full, like we did an actual weekend. It was very cool. Um, the name of the play was Conversations,
Mhm.
and it was little vignettes. It was throughout the thing. I think it was like 6 or 8 of them, where you were listening in on intimate conversations with people going through certain things. And each situation was something that you normally wouldn't see.
Yeah.
So, like, one of my favorites was my girl. It was so basically to set it up, it was like they were a couple sitting on a couch, right? And he was trying to stop doing drugs. Like he was trying to get out of that and wanting to do something better. But the woman was like, nah, baby, you ain't gotta do that. I got you, right? She was pulling him right back in. And then like there was one where um this was when I was touching upon things that as black people we didn't talk about a lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
And one of those was he was gay. He was gay and he was trying to tell his wife, like, look, I'm I need to go a different direction. Like we can't this isn't working. And they were at dinner. And so we would change each set. And I'm gonna tell you, I stood outside. I didn't watch the play. Like when it went on, I wanted to hear the audience's reaction. That was my thing. And it was a once in a lifetime experience. Like it was so cool. And
Wow.
this was even before, like, I think Tyler Perry was just becoming a name,
Yeah.
right? This is when he was still doing the plays. I don't even think a movie had come out yet.
Mhm.
And um I wanted to like do at least like weekends, right? But of course, the person that I had was working with, he was sus. So we did what we did and it was good. And there's one person on this earth that has a tape. And they told me they're holding it hostage until I become famous. And then I'm like, oh, and then you gonna try to ransom me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pay for my tape. Okay, I got you. So yeah, that is the only because I don't understand. Nobody recorded it. Like I was like, why didn't anybody record it? But yeah, it was a great experience. We had a good time. We and these are people that I still know to this day. A couple, a few people have disappeared. I've been trying to find, but other than that, and this was in Ohio.
Okay.
I don't even know. Like I've thought about like the old newspaper archive because I actually got an article in the newspaper, and yeah, it was cool. There's like this melodrama of da 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 da. I was like, get out of here, lady. And
I
there's
think you should
pictures.
go.
Go ahead.
I think you should go back release some music.
I said I would put a studio in my house and then just see what sticks and then go from there. That's what I said I'd do. And then that way I have complete control of what I'm putting out. So, yeah, man. I mean, of course. I love music. It is something that it's just unexplainable.
Hmm.
The the connection to it. And I didn't when I started writing, what I didn't realize was a lot of the things I wrote could be love songs because
Yeah.
it, you know, relationships and that's intriguing to me because I think we, as human beings, I don't think we take the time to really kind of go in depth beyond the surface stuff. Like we enjoy being right at the top, but not wanting to. We don't want to, the what is it called? The uh, Marana? Is it the Marana Trench? I can't. Mariana Trench. I can never
Mhm.
say the name right.
I know
But
what you're talking about.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
that's the depth I'm talking about.
People
Like,
scared. People
you
scared to
know,
give. People scared to get vulnerable.
yeah, that's it.
Aren't you scared to get vulnerable?
With the wrong person, yeah. But I find that even with doing this, you are vulnerable,
Very vulnerable.
and I don't hesitate to, not that I'm telling all my business or nothing like that, but I don't mind sharing stories of my life
Yeah.
because
Same.
it's my experience.
Hmm.
Nobody can take it and use it against me because I lived it. Like,
Mm.
what you gonna do with this information? Hold me hostage? I don't care. Tell it. Like, you know. And I used to joke because my friend said, she's like, you ain't scared. She's like, what if one of your exes see you? I was like, and what they gonna do?
Basically.
Come on up here. Tell me I'm alive.
Mhm.
That's gonna make good content. But I'm not. You know, I
So
don't do
you're not
all of
scared.
that.
You're not scared to be vulnerable.
No, I think that's what makes it. It's like when of course you're not gonna know a person 100% because we still have to keep some of that for ourselves, and it's not so much as secrets, but you have to keep some for yourself, give some to your mate. You know what I mean? To let them know, look, I'm here for the long haul. I just still have other parts of me, and as long as we both respect that, I don't see, what I mean? I don't see the problem in that. And it's like, for instance, I don't care nothing about you playing video games. I don't care about you being with your boys, your children, your family. Like, I don't care, right? Like, it's not for me. It don't. That's your life before you. Now I'm a part of
Mm.
your life, so
Yeah.
it would be where you and I both are still kind of figuring out where we fit in that
The end.
place,
Yeah.
and so that's gonna take time, right? That's not instantaneous. Like, you can't, be like, oh, if I take you around my people and I don't know them, so of course I'm gonna
A
read
lot.
the room first and
Mhm.
find out who they are. But it's
Right.
like,
What you just say, a lot of people don't get.
that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Some people want to keep their mate to themselves and don't understand that they got
Right.
family.
Yeah.
You
I
know what I
used to run
mean?
into that a lot with my relationships, that they didn't like how close I was to my mom, to my brother, to my sister. And I'm like, but that's not gonna change.
Yeah.
You're now, if you're trying to be a part of my life, that's a part of my life as well. Like, it's almost like we try to decide that this relationship is your only world. Like, that's
Yep.
it. There's nothing else. And so I look at us, each person is like a solar system, right? We all got our planets,
Hmm.
right? And then some of us collide and everything just fall apart.
Yep.
And some of us collide, or not collide, but we come together and we know each other's spaces,
Yeah.
right? And that way, even though these two big planets have come together, you can still allow the smaller planets to still
Mm.
have space within that. And I just, whew, I don't get it. I don't get that. And I think that's why I am single right now. Because
By choice.
yeah, it is by choice. It is.
Because I know when you
'Cause-
go to Wally World, they be putting down.
oh man, get out of here. I ain't telling you nothing else, man. Yeah, he don't get to know nothing else. Don't be trying to. No, I was just playing. But yes, that was crazy, and everybody used to clown me about that too. That was like, I didn't know you could get everything at Walmart.
Hmm.
And you know what was crazy
Mm.
was that, you know how they say on here, in this space, women want a man that's 6'6", da 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 da, this or
Mm.
whatever. It didn't matter. He
Mm.
was all of that, right? He was 6'4",
Mm.
big dude, right? But the package was empty. So for me, I need it. I need a present in there. Like, I don't need the package to look pretty on the outside.
Yeah.
You open a box, you like, well, what's it?
Mm.
Oh, ain't nothing in here, huh? There's
Mm.
no gift, right? Um, so yeah, it that makes a huge difference. Um, I'm a person, like you said, a person that's into the cerebral connection,
Mhm.
because it all comes from it. What you put in here dictates how you are out here, right? Because you can live in your head all day.
Basically,
How,
and you could
nobody
dream
knows, right? You dreaming, you
stuff,
thinking,
you thinking, you
but
imagine a life,
right,
like
but
that.
on the outside, it's ain't nothing going on. Lights is
Yeah.
off. Ooh. As they say, ooh, ain't no lights on in there. That's a dull bulb.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you think at this point in your life you ready for love again?
I say yes. And the reason I say yes is because I love myself. Like, I've never loved myself before.
But
So
that's
that,
good, but
yeah,
because you
yeah,
love somebody else.
that's what I mean. If
Mhm.
I can love myself, then I can love someone else. And that was,
Blindly.
but what is that? Okay. When we say that, what does that mean? Blindly. What does that mean? Explain that part. Because
Like
you going in with your eyes open, right?
you know,
So,
like you back in like high school again.
oh yeah, that's fun. That's the fun love. That's
Yeah.
that's that part. And then as it grows,
Hmm.
you got the, oh, you're not doing too good love. And then you got the, oh, we out here traveling love. And then we got, I mean, there's the same way how I explain how I look at life, as we are all our own little planets with
Mm-hmm.
all of our stuff. I feel that love it evolves like that. It should it is a combination. It's a stew of things. You got your trust. You got your the from, and I know a lot of people be like, "Nah, you can't have it." But you got all of the things that we talk about. You got intrigue, mystery, lust, love. Empathy for each other. You respect. There's honesty. You can laugh together. Y'all can communicate well. Like these aren't imperfect. You know what I mean? These
Mm-hmm.
are the imperfect parts because we're imperfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person, so to speak, but the perfection is what you decide it is. If y'all come to that conclusion that, hey, this is the perfection we want, this works for us. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like my grandparents were together forever,
Mm-hmm.
right? They were together for over 50 something years in the 90s, like
Beautiful.
they yeah, I don't know about that, but I will say this.
It's not the best, but they still together.
Listen, uh hmm. Well, I'll say this. I think my grandfather, and I love my grandmother, she's passed on, so is my grandfather. But the type of man my grandfather was, he needed a different type of wife. And
Mm.
I'm just keeping it 100. My grandmother was like a little gremlin. She was she was not a positive woman.
Mm.
Let's say she had like the woman could burn, she could cook her ass off. She couldn't grow nothing though. She had a black thumb, not a
Mm-hmm.
green one. But she was still very
Yeah.
childish.
Yeah.
And that's because she got married at 15 years old.
That's very young.
My grandfather was 21 and she was 15.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
It-
she was pregnant 20 times and had 10 babies.
that was that era.
Right. But I say this, my grandfather, he stood on his feet, worked. He worked for GM, retired from GM.
He's standing on business.
He was. He was about, to me, their relationship was about what I think a lot of these black men swear they want, but the kind of commitment that it took to raise 10 kids and have a crazy wife. Now, I ain't gonna say that they didn't have their issues because my grandmother shot my grandfather in the stomach,
Wow.
but that was because he was laying hands on her and not like the church. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But again, that was that era
Yep.
where, you know, that was okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to take stock in all of that. Like I wanted to know, and I remember my grandfather saying something to me that still to this day. I had brought at the time him and I were dating. I had brought him up with me. We were in Columbus. We came up to Cleveland because they had bought my mom a car. Like my
Mm-hmm.
mom had sent the money, and my grandfather bought her a car. Um, so we get there and we're kind of sitting on the couch. You know how every old black house has a
Mm-hmm.
front room. They got 2, 3 living rooms. My
Yeah.
grandparents were just like that. You had the plastic furniture in the one
Yeah.
room, and then they had an added on room that they built. I don't know who they got to build this stuff, but it was always sus. Like it was never 100%. Like it was always,
Lopsided. Yeah.
yeah, things opening, the
Mm-hmm.
ants is getting in, like it's crazy. But so we would sit down there, and young folks, we playing,
Mm-hmm.
laughing, and my grandfather kind of came around the corner And he was always like that. He wouldn't say a lot, but when he had something to say, you better be listening. So I came up the stairs and I was like, "What's up, Papa?" And he was like, "I want you to know something." He said, "Make sure that whoever loves you, that they love you more than you love them." And that
Oh
broke
man.
my heart. That broke my heart that my grandfather felt that way.
Oh
He
man.
loved his kids, he loved his grandkids, but I don't think that he believed my grandmother loved him. And that is why I think I take relationships so seriously. I don't ever want to make somebody feel like that. That's crazy. And that is
I
one
hate that
thing.
statement.
Yeah, I do too. I don't, it, you can't quantify, but you can tell if a person is suspect. And if they suspect, you're probably right. We have intuition for a reason. We feel those feelings in our head and our guts, and we overlook it because we are in a relationship or we believe that don't rock the boat, right? Because we don't think either you worthy enough or whatever it may be.
Yep.
And yeah, it broke my heart to hear him say that. I was just like, wow. And we got to bring my grandfather to Columbus and he stayed with us. He saw my sister walk across the stage, graduate. Like it was a really cool event. And then I want you to sit down. Don't worry about it. They can't bite us. They're not going to do anything to us. I think it's just because of where we are. So don't worry about it. I don't want you stressing yourself out being the Terminator. My poor brother. He around here because it's like these mosquito-y type bugs.
Well, yeah.
And because there's a light right outside of our door, they keep trying to come in
Yeah. You don't
because
got the
it's hot.
zapper?
Nah, I ain't got that. I ain't got that. I ain't got that.
That's that
This
Arizona
is
heat.
yeah, and that's all it is. But um, my brother be worried about it. I don't want him to worry about it no more. But anyway, so for me, yeah, I felt like if I am going to be in a relationship with someone and we trying to do this for the long haul,
Yep.
then let's put it out here on the table. You feeling it, I'm feeling it. Okay, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan? Here's mine, here's yours. Do we come to a conclusion? Is this not gonna work? What do we want to do? Can we compromise somewhere? Is it this or that? Are we straight up the street? Are we, you know what I mean? It's like those conversations are necessary,
No,
right?
they are.
And we say things like, oh, you should choose better, or you have to vet. The FBI can't vet,
No.
okay? And that's a group of human beings that have access to all kinds of stuff. Unless you're going to get your hands on some truth serum, you might as well calm down.
Basically, you got to go through the life experience.
Right.
But imagine, because are you willing to go through a mundane marriage? Would you be okay
What's
with that?
mundane? What's mundane? What
You
is
know
a
they
mundane marriage? Not with me. I'm crazy. It
say,
ain't nothing gonna be mundane with me around. I'm gonna tell you that right there.
you know they say routine. They say marriages that last as long as are mundane and they have a routine.
Well, everybody has a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the emphasis on allowing y'all's energy to just flow between each other and figure out your routine. Because I would think for you to get to a routine,
Mm-hmm.
you've been together probably for about maybe 5 to 10 years already,
That's facts.
right? Like you've been there for we done hit some marks, right?
Yeah, some
But
milestones.
Yeah, and even but because you care about this person in a way you haven't cared about another person, if all day the whole goal is I'm gonna take as many naps as I can, then that's the goal of the day. Like, what the, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I think as long as the communication of today, if we don't say nothing to each other, that's cool. We still love each other. Hey, how you doing? You want some food? Let's eat, laugh, watch TV. Somebody sleep. You sleep on the couch, scratching. Oh, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Right? Like it. I think it becomes. I think when with the terminology of mundane, I think what happens is that people fall into a routine that they think that they're supposed to be based on other folks' experiences instead of just what is routine to you may not be routine to
Hey,
me.
are you safe? I thought I heard a coyote.
No, it ain't no coyote. Cut it out. Ain't no coyote. Did it get here? Cut the light on back. We're gonna have to get this together. Hold on real quick, y'all. What is it? What is it, sir? We good? Oh, don't. Okay. You got it? All right. Here, I'm going to cut the light off. You good? All right, babe.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
What?
I lost a lot of energy.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm
Ooh.
about to fall out.
You are about to. It's okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm fighting. Like, I was
I
ready.
know you fighting to
Listen,
go to sleep.
I was ready. I was ready. I
Okay.
was ready to pop this on.
Do not do that.
I was
If
gonna
you
do.
ready to
Listen,
go to sleep.
I was gonna do this for you.
Oh no.
I
Get you
especially
some
bought
sleep.
that. I especially bought that for you. I said, I gotta show her I can hang. I'm not an old man. 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 No, Hakeem, you're not an old man.
Stop. Stop. You make it no. Stop. That is so
You
funny.
fight through
Oh,
the
you make my face hurt. Stop.
fight through the pain for her.
That is so funny. Stop. I can't with you.
All night long, all night, like the single. All night. I'm trying to be on this
No.
all night till in the morning with Zenobia. That's all I'm trying to do is to be here in the morning with Zenobia. I don't care about nothing else.
Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop. Oh gosh, stop. Oh. Please, sir. If you are tired, please.
But I'm trying to fight through the pain.
I don't want you to fight.
Through the pain.
I
I'm
can
trying to fight
see.
through
I
the
can
pain.
see that you're tired.
Trying to fight through the pain. I was like, and I'm like, just pop it. Just pop it. This is like the Matrix. Just pop the red pill.
Oh, wait.
Just
Oh
pop
my
it. I'm
gosh.
like,
Yes, it is such a joy to conversate with you. You are
no, it is. No,
hilarious.
it's beautiful.
Hilarious, sir. But I don't want you to hurt yourself trying to stay up. I'm a night person. I have insomnia. So
I'm a
for
night person
me,
too. Until
until
the till the A's get into me. Sometimes I feel like I be taking melatonin. You know what I'm saying? Like I was so wrapped up in
But
the
what
conversation.
time? Okay, what time you get up?
Okay, so I did go to sleep early. I did
See?
take it. And then I woke up and then now like I feel the weight, the heaviness, like
Your body, you have
like,
to listen to your
like,
body. It's telling you, bruh,
but
go to bed.
I'm just saying, but I was psyched to have a conversation.
Oh
And
yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm like, and then now I know your name. Like I said, this is Zenobia. It's Zenobia.
That's it. That's me.
You know what I'm saying?
That is me. Y'all.
You know what I mean? I was gonna play some of my ratchet music, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Please, no, you need to at least play one because you play all of
Oh
mine.
my
I come back
god,
in.
I'm just embarrassed.
Why? Don't be. Don't be. You guys, okay, you should at least go out with one jam before you go.
All right, let me see if I can play because it's
yeah.
You know,
listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Me and my sister, we used to have a conversation about because like we would be for fun, we would write ratchet songs. Like we wrote this one song, and it was called "Lick the String." Child, this was the most ratchetest song we had ever come up with, and we was like, but then they're gonna find out it's us. Oh, what we gonna do? So like it would have been perfect for now. Like, it would have dropped. Like that would have went platinum, like for real. But we just I'm not that person. Like it just the ratchet, it ain't in my music. I'll say that.
Oh, you want to know something? There's a song I can play that's not too ratchet.
Okay. See, there you go. Get it. I'm ready.
I forgot I had this one in the row.
Look at there. He said I got.
I got two songs I could play.
All right, let's go. I am down.
Listen. I'm letting you into like a private space in my heart.
Played all my music.
I know that. I'm supposed to bogart my way in, so that's what I did.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm about to like. You know, I'm a man. I'm supposed to be.
You about to but this your music though.
It is, but I'm a man. I have to have some type of ego and machismo about myself.
Of course, all you gotta say is you doing it. That's what you doing. Let me add this picture. All right, go for it.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
I like the beat. I can hear that New York already. Like,
yeah, we're gonna do it like this. Check it.
That's a check it.
I was raised up in the worst condition, stuck up in the hood where the fools don't listen. Project hallways, chilling with the mistress, smoking blunts. Damn, I got a cloudy vision. Mama said, follow God, I ain't wanna listen. Find my way back into Muhammad's temple. Life's hard, but I ain't really got an issue, even though I'm broke and I messed up my transmission. Man, listen, this is for my people with no damn vision. Love life, but a player ain't got no ambition. Not enough for your boy. Get up out that damn kitchen. Too much crime, and they wonder why my man's missing. The love lost, and ain't nobody wanna listen. We just trying to live, and they wonder why they wanna kill us. Time heals all wounds. Allah, please come get us back to that promise land, trying to find Muhammad land. I tell my homie, gotta love his life. Even though it's hard, you gotta love your life. I told the ladies, gotta keep it tight.
Oh my God, this taking me back. This feel like the 90s. Like, this is the Mr. Cheeks, Redman,
I tell the world I don't wanna fight. If you don't love me, I'll be down to ride. Looking for love, find them in the wrong places. Broken hearts, kept my tears in glass vases. Grow roses in them, petal turns to black faces. The death is real, so what happened to Freddie Grayson? Cities are burning, told my people don't swallow hatred. I'm losing faith, the pastor told me no one can save us. I'm chasing darkness, but all I want is some sunshine. A little love, some drinks, having some good time. Bumping some music, listening to some good rhymes. A good line, boy, I'm trying to get mine. She found wine, hope her brother don't lose time. On loose mind, Max said don't lose life. I'm on a mission to show my people a new light. God is forever, hope you fools do right. God is forever, hope you fools do right. God is forever, hope you fools do right. I tell my homie, gotta love his life. Even though it's hard, you gotta love your life. I told the ladies, gotta keep it tight.
You might like this one.
Love your body first, no need a man tonight.
That is it.
This your boy Boot Decker. Coming at you live.
Oh, that's your name? Brown Dollars?
Brown Dollars, yeah.
Okay.
One of many names.
Most musicians do. So,
yeah.
Okay.
it's even harder. Father to a
You
daughter, the
sound
world
like
gets darker. My life getting shorter.
oh
Overlooking the ghetto path while I'm getting harder.
from the Ghetto
Boys
Boys.
to the chain,
Yeah.
can't maintain.
You make me think of
About the
him.
money, so I can't
What's his
gain.
name? Scarface. That's who you
Uh-huh.
make me think of. Yeah.
My mama said it was back. Preaching about a 9 to 5, wanted to get high. Popping bottles with the homies, shorty flying by. Money stacks like pies, see it in my eyes. A broke man dreams, I'm ready to die. Hoping them dust flies. I ain't scared to cry, cause being real is the only way to survive. Breaking bread with my dogs, giving slaps to them hogs. Cause in the jungle you get eaten for not being hard.
When the rain dries,
Ah,
joy comes in the morning. There
okay.
comes morning. Wait for light, baby, don't cry.
You make me think I am on someone else's feature. I forgot about that. I did do the my boy. I have it next time. I know exactly. Yeah. We did it on my sister's Mac.
Yeah.
The hustle, the game change. My baby mama saying, child supports pain. She ain't giving a break, so I'm stuck in the rain. Hoping to get better, put away the Beretta.
I like the singer. I like her voice.
Yeah, Janie.
Lord, I can see the lie. Lord knows I ain't living right. So I pray for the night to keep myself tied.
So when did you do this one?
Oh man, this is years of music. I have 4 albums that I did with a record. Yeah, I have like over like hundreds of music. Hundreds.
What?
I was signed to a record.
record.
Yeah, I was signed to a record label at 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, they took that album away from me, and I did 4 albums in Massachusetts, and then I had gone into the streets.
Yeah, look at you. Celebrity.
No, I'm not no celebrity. It's
But
just,
I like it. I'm a hip hop head, so that's what I
appreciate it.
said. Like, I was a West Coast girl first. Snoop was my very first. 13. I was 13.
Mhm,
Snoop was my first album.
mhm.
The Dog Pound,
The Doggy Style.
Doggy Style, The Chronic,
It ain't no one.
the Loons.
Mhm.
Let me
I
see.
got
Hold on.
five
Where my
on.
boy? He passed away.
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg, Warren G. Just that was it. And so my girl, and of course at that time, my mom was always fancy. We had cable, and so even though we was in the hood, my mom was like upper class. So we was, so like Busta Rhymes and Puffy and I'm trying to think who else was it. Oh, well, so many people from each crew because everybody had a crew. But then I also listened to De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest.
My favorite
Like,
group.
yeah, like who else is it? Oh, what's his name? I can see his face. Because they ended up deporting him. What is that man's name?
Talking about Slick Rick.
Not Slick Rick, but I do. That's my cousin's people, but yeah, I love me some Slick Rick. No.
Do you remember
He
the
was-
song?
Oh shoot. He was
You
in a
talking-
movie. He acted. He was doing all.
You talking about MF Doom?
No, I'm talking about. I can't think of his name right now. Watch, it's gonna come to me later, like forever ago. But
You said he
I
got
was-
deported?
yeah, he got deported, got in trouble, got deported, and I can't remember. Damn, I can't remember his name for some reason. Well, anyway, it'll come to me. But who my favorite? The Lost Boys, East Coast. That was my
A ghetto
That was
love
my
is the Lord that
love
we
that I
live by.
live by.
Ghetto day
Yes!
when we at the
Oh
death.
my
I reminisce about my
God.
ghetto princess every day. Give it up for my
So my
shoulder.
shoulder. Yeah, that was my shit. And my mother used to be like, why? Why you like it?
Yeah, and Renee.
Yes. That video was the bomb. But it had such a deep story to it. Like this was somebody that he was into it. Now she gone. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And this was when, of course, at the height of the violence, especially in the 90s.
Yep.
And this was when it was everywhere because
Yep.
that's what was happening in my neighborhood too. It was either jail, death, or crack. Like that, that was it. And so, because I knew a lot of the young dudes, they was dealers, right? And I think that's a lot too when we talk about the quality of men who were left behind, so to speak. The dudes that decided to go a different direction, that is the minority.
Yeah.
A lot of the dudes who grew up even with a dad in the house, but he might have been a crackhead or mom might have been a crackhead. We come from those particular type of parents.
Mhm.
Look, I don't even mince words. My father was a severe drug addict. Like
Oh
he was
wow.
addicted to everything. But then knowing his background,
Yeah.
my dad was a Vietnam vet. He came from an abusive home. My great grandfather, he was a mess. Like, whew, take Mr. and quadruple him.
Mhm.
That was my great grandfather. He kicked my grandmother out of a moving car.
Oh wow.
She had a limp. She walked with a limp. But she went back to school in her 40s. Went back to school, became a nurse.
Beautiful.
Had bought her a house, the whole nine. Because my grandfather died right before I was born. It's time for you to go to bed. That's the get up in the morning
Yeah.
alarm.
Yeah.
I know because I
and,
have it on my phone.
and it's
Listen,
there, you see, and it's there early for you because it's what 2 a.m.
it's 2 a.m. It's almost like what?
It's
5?
it's 5 a.m.
Good
here.
night, sir. Good night, good morning.
Yeah, but it's
It's
nice.
for real.
It's nice
I'm gonna
of you.
wrap it up. Yes, yes. So you go to bed, sir.
I'm gonna try my best.
He's still trying.
Try my best. Try my best.
That is great. I can't be mad at the effort, though. I can't be mad. But you know what? It's so funny because I am. Did I? Oh, see, I took a nap too. I took a nap today.
I did.
Don't come back over here after you hissed at me because my cat, he's the only man that sleeps with me. That's it. He the only man in my bed. That's it. And he's a hot mess. He's all black. Uh, he is so bad though. Um, and he's a trip. Like his own. He got his personality. He a trip.
Yeah.
Okay, come here. I don't care. Say hi.
How
Say
you
hi to the
doing?
people. Well, get out of here, dear. So, get out my bed. He don't like. Unfortunately, we got him. He was a rescue.
Okay.
I don't know what my nephews did to him. We got him. He was little. He's gonna be 3 this October.
Oh, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. He was. We brought him all the way from North Carolina. He was chill the whole way. He was so funny. He would get like we would let him out his cage, and he would jump. Kind of walk all over. But I love animals. Like I'm a mess. Let's just say that. Like all living things. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful.
You big on energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think like yes, I know we have domesticated animals, but cats they domesticated us. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they really don't have a reason to be pets
Yeah.
other than the fact that they know that we're gonna take care of them. Like that, they slick with it, right? Like they figured it out. They're like, you love me, so buy me stuff.
Basically. Oh man.
See, it's coming, it's creeping.
I'm about to fall out.
Go to sleep.
So by the time it's in the morning, it'll be 5 a.m. for you.
Yeah. In about like 3 hours.
When do you go to sleep though?
You know what? I'll probably be asleep maybe in a few hours. Cause I'll be up. I got some other stuff to do, some things I also am looking into. And then I have to let my brain tire out because it's almost like I'm always on go.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that, you need to check this, check that. So for me, like having a normal go to bed, right? It's like, it's been so many years since I've done that,
yeah.
right? Like, I always was out. Like it would be like, all right, go to sleep. I'm up. Like I'm good. Or like I have to be super tired. Like I
Oh
have to
yeah,
run myself, and then I'll turn around, get up in a few hours. Like if I fall asleep, I'll be up like at about 7, and then get into it. That's why I was like, when the question of mundane, you just never know what the dynamic between the two people are. So
yeah.
what might be mundane to one person is comfortable to another.
That is true, but because I say that because a lot of girls want this like fancy lifestyle trips every year, trips 4 or 5 trips a year.
First of all, let me tell you something. If we're going on a trip, cool. I did that as well. Like going on trips, but we were doing it like, like I it's cool. Keep, plan a trip for my birthday. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go, let's go. But I'm a home person. If I have everything I need at home,
Hmm.
child, I'm like, you come visit me. Like, that's the vacation.
Yeah.
We've got, guests. You know what I mean? Um, plus it's like,
Whew.
you
Oh,
know, but I'm gonna stop talking to you. Go
no,
to
no.
sleep. Go to bed. Good
I,
night.
I, I could crack that energy drink open.
No, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Cause I'm
All
gonna
right,
I'm gonna wrap it up. We got about 3 people in here. I think
we're gonna talk.
two of them is my relatives. So like we're gonna go ahead and go to
All
bed.
right.
Good night, sir.
Good
Thank
night.
you so much for hanging out.
No
Thanks for
problem.
sharing your music. Thanks for playing mine. And you
Oh,
have
I,
a
I I
good
love yours. I'm gonna
oh,
want to hear that. I'm gonna want to hear that live.
maybe,
I'm gonna have to
maybe.
hear that live.
All right, all right. I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it.
All
So
right,
good
then.
night. Good
Good
night. Good
night.
night. Good night. Or good morning and good night. Well, young people, we are coming to the close of the second half of the shenanigans that is chocolate. And it's everything's gone. So, you know, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, right? I appreciate everyone who's come in, everyone who came back. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. You have a good Sunday, and love your people, hug them, take care of them, and yeah, peace and blessings. All right, now, bye bye.